Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, there's a story that was published in Taifa Leo with the headline, Ujanja wa Ruto kumruka Mudavadi. And Taifa Leo looked into the impending dilemma that Musalia Mudavadi, who is the ANC party leader, and Senator Wetangula, the Ford Kenya party leader, might be facing in Kenya Kwanza. Remember, this formation came out almost 2.5 months ago. And Taifa Leo has established that UDA party is intending to go into presidential ballot as alone. Unlike if you compare to Azimio la Umoja. Because Azimio la Umoja, one Kenya party, they might have their presidential candidate who will be running on that coalition ticket. And according to UDA Deputy Party Leader, Kipruto Arapkirwa, he is saying that the outfit has settled on DP William Samoei Ruto as their presidential flag bearer. Then again, he goes ahead to clarify that Ruto's running mate will be drawn from the same outfit. And now, what Ruto is doing here, in my view, he is stage managing on how to dump Musalia Mudavadi, just in case they don't win election, when Mudavadi is so much weak. And I'm going to explain that on how he is doing this. But before we go deep into that, I have a quick request. You might be watching this channel, but you have not yet subscribed. So my humble request, please consider subscribing so that any other time, once we release a video like this one, you'll always get notified. Again, to all our channel subscribers and anyone who drop comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give this video thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend our video to more viewers. Back to our discussion. Now, through the Political Party Amendment Bill, there are rules that were set out to guide the formation of coalition of political parties, which are now recognized by the registrar of the political party. And this came out to cure incidents such as the ones that ANC and Ford Kenya Wiper passed through in the hands of ODM party. Say that if there is someone who is not going to respect the memorandum you have signed, then you can move to the court. And again, in this coalition of political party, the party fundings is supposed to go to direct account of each and every party. But now we are seeing William Ruto, who is coming here. He wants to fill a presidential candidate on UDA ticket. The running mate from UDA. But not registering Kenya Kwanza as a coalition of party. Not a coalition party. So, what is the reason behind this? When there is already a history we have gone through in this country. Sababu watu kama kina Wetangula walikuwa wanalia, ODM ilikuwa inawafinyilia. Same to Wiper and even ANC party. If this is the experience they have gone through, then how dare do you believe that William Ruto is going to act on the gentleman agreement to give what belongs to the ANC party and the Ford Kenya party? So this is a strategy to weaken Musalia Mudavadi and Senator Wetangula, especially Musalia Mudavadi. Because now it will be on the mercy of William Samoei Ruto, in case they get the political party funding, to determine whether to give this money to these other political parties or not. Again, to determine how much he's going to distribute to these other political parties. So this one is going to be left in the hands of William Samoei Ruto. Such that even if Musalia Mudavadi would want to move on or move out after the 2022 general election in August, he cannot do that. He will have to stay because now it will be on the mercies of UDA party for them to get anything to do with the political party funding. That's the first thing. Because the way things are looking, It is not going to be very easy for ANC party to become a parliamentary party, even for the Kenya party. Because a parliamentary party will need to have about, is it 20 or 21 members of parliament, 3 senators and 3 governors. But it cannot achieve that. It's not going to be very easy for ANC to make that. So UDA will get the money direct in their account. So it's them to decide what to give out. Now, secondly, look on how mostly UDA party is negotiating for their aspirant in specific areas across the entire country. You go to Kisii yesterday, we saw ANC gubernatorial aspirant stepping down for the UDA. You come to Likuyani, ANC aspirant had to step down for UDA candidate. You go to Kakamega, ANC had forced to stop fielding a candidate for senatorial position in favor of UDA candidate in the name of Boni Khalwale. Because what should have happened in Kakamega, because that is where Mudavadi is claiming to be his home ground. Then former Kakamega Senator Boni Khalwale was supposed to be forced, if he's not willing, he was supposed to be forced to join ANC party so that he can go for the senatorial seat on the ANC ticket. Because all along, Musalia Mudavadi has been having a senator in Kakamega. 2013 he had. 2017 he had. The only thing he has never got there is the governor. So yes, they negotiated for Senator Malala to go for the governor. But again, to play smart, Khalwale was supposed to go for the senatorial seat on ANC ticket. Because Ruto has high hopes that Khalwale can become the senator. But the chances of Malala winning that seat is 50-50. It can go either side. Finenda's brother or Cleophas Malala. And especially if someone like Savola will step down and Professor Kutima in Azimio will also step down, Fernanda's brother will have a upper hand in that side. So, in one way, Mudavadi is failing to negotiate fairly on behalf of ANC and even on behalf of himself in that way. Because you tell me where else has UDA candidate stepped down for an ANC candidate? Come to Nairobi here. Now, Ruto, there is rumor that he is pushing Senator Sakaja to vie for Nairobi gubernatorial seat on UDA ticket and not ANC ticket. Because Sakaja has been around Musalia Mudavadi. So many of us believe that he was going for Nairobi seat on ANC ticket. We understand lawyers have numbers in Nairobi. There are no challenging that Ruto is bringing on table to give Sakaja to start with. But there are lawyers. So the best thing was for Musalia Mudavadi to negotiate. Because that is the first constituency they want to start with within Nairobi. Before getting to the Kikuyu votes, if really they are going to vote with him. But now, Ruto might give the UDA ticket to Senator Sakaja. Then ANC will have been stopped from Nairobi politics. So tell me where else is ANC remaining? They are being knocked left, right, center to give chance to UDA party. That means UDA is going to gain high numbers of elective seats, which is going to guarantee them a huge sum of money for the political party funding. Na hao wengine wanabaki kwa shida tupu. And lastly, if Musalia Mudavadi was running away from Azimio, if he was running away from Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta, because he was not going to be favored with a running mate position, I'm a prime minister, then the lowest he was supposed to go for in William Ruto camp was for the running mate. But seemingly, according to this story, even Musalia Mudavadi might not play second fiddle to William Samoei Ruto. So what is the difference here? Because being in this other camp, there was hope they can win election. Then they can become a prime minister. But in William Samoei Ruto side, if Ruto will win election, ile nafasi kama ya Matiang'i hii, it will not be anywhere near William Ruto leadership. So Mudavadi maybe he will just be given a ministerial position. So when it reached to this level, and in fact Musalia Mudavadi is the senior most in Kenya Kwanza. But now they want to bring a junior who will deputize William Ruto when Mudavadi is just sitting there. Then this means William Ruto is killing Musalia Mudavadi, politically speaking. Because being senior, that is what he could have gone for. But then it shows that it was good for Musalia Mudavadi to stay in Kenya Kwanza. Sorry, not Kenya Kwanza, Azimio la Umoja. Because now, the same way he formed NASA, he formed Kenya Kwanza, amepea Ruto, anataka atumie, ameweka vyama pale, but now, he might be playing third or fourth fiddle to William Samoei Ruto. So after this election, and Wetangula has been, Malala has been telling people in Kakamega, Mudavadi is on ballot. I don't know how Ruto is going to convince Luyas to give him their votes. Because even Musalia Mudavadi will not be on ballot as his running mate. I don't think if it is going to work for him. And because of this, that's why I come out clearly to say that Ruto is not even that much popular in Mount Kenya. Because look at Raila Odinga. Since Raila is popular in Western, that's what he believes, he's not going to take his running mate from Western. He go to an area where he don't have that much popularity to pick the running mate from. That's why he's going for kwa Kalonzo, kama sio kwa Kalonzo, Mount Kenya. Because Ruto is not popular. That's why he has to entice the mountain with the running mate position, so that they can give him their votes. That tells you that Ruto has little vote that cannot make him a president. Compared to Raila Odinga, who has already two constituencies to start with, Luya and Luo, then get out. Ruto has one, the Kalenjin. Then you go and entice the mountain with a running mate position. I don't know what to think about this, but that's my view. Let us meet in the comment section to have a continuation of this conversation.